Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is part 2 for the video where I build your guys' suggestions inside of Minecraft. And we're actually already in our first one. This is a treehouse that was suggested by Josh. So I've just built a jungle sapling and built a little wooden frame around it as a treehouse. Inside we have our bed, a spyglass, if you want to, look out at maybe some future builds that we'll get to later, or our valuables, as well as the crafting bits. So we'll go over here, and here is a UFO. It's a pretty simple build, just some cyan terracotta with some glass, and I built like a little abduct to be able to put a cow inside named Grub to look like it's being abducted. And then if we go past our tent from episode 1, we'll get over to this. If you played Fortnite, you probably recognise this as Kevin the Cube. This has 2 buttons. One button and a lever. If I press this button, it's going to start rolling like the cube did in the game. And then if this lever's on, when it gets back, it's just going to keep going. No, chicken! Don't get crushed. Move! Not move into it! No. You live! Second note. Okay, never mind. But as you can see, considering the lever's on, it's just going to keep going. Let's turn that off. And let's head over to our next build, which is over here. Suggested by Samantha, I've built ourselves a clock tower. So this, as you can see, is midday. The clock tower is pointing at midday. But if I press this little button down here, the time of day moves, and the clock actually moves with it on all 4 sides. It's pretty simple, but it works well. Anyway, we'll head over here for our next build. This one was one of Austin's suggestions, and it's an elevator. If we open the door, press the button, the door automatically closes, and we start heading downwards into a cave. Now, over like that way-ish, the cave actually connects to the cave where I built a roller coaster from episode 1. So, I think it's just like through there-ish, where my crosshair is. You can't really see it from here though, but it is there, trust. So anyway, as we reach down, you'll see pretty much the exact same setup with another button to go back up, because there's no real point being down here, because that's wasting our time, because there's nothing here. But whilst we are going up, if we look over this way, you'll start to see our next build appear. This was suggested by Anthony, and is... give it a second. And is a windmill. As you can see, blade spinning and all. It completely works. Get to the top, about, and fly over to our little windmill. So, this is a pretty decent build, but it's better on the inside. So, we have a few seeds behind the counter that get produced as like a secondary thing, but the main thing is bread. As you can see, we've already produced 1,539 bread in this machine. So it's all getting powered from the windmill. I'm gonna turn it on, and long story short, how it works is it gets wheat, crushes it, turns it into flour, and then turns the flour into dough, into bread. It's a very simple machine. I might do a second video going over how it works if you guys really want it. Let's turn it back off because it's very laggy. So as we go back down, let's head over to our next one, which was suggested by Harry. He wanted me to build my head out of stone, which I have done. As you can see, like the white bits around the rim, I've built out of calcite, In the bit in the middle, this is red sandstone. To make it look like my head. It doesn't look that good close up, but as we get further away, it does start to look better. And we can head over to our next build, which was suggested by Austin, and is a working train. Now, this is very easy in the Create mod, but it's not that hard. No, it's not that hard to make, but very hard to make look good. But I think I've achieved that. So, as you can see, it's going over this little bridge, through here, and back over here to the start. So, it comes, and we'll just go on a little lap of this. Why not? So the doors open, we get in, sit down, and we'll have a look out. You can see at the front it's being driven by a little cat. And he's just having a little break, but in a second, he should start going. I think that meow means he is ready. The door is shut, and off we go. So, apparently physics don't exist on this track, as you can clearly see here. But it's alright, we can ignore it. We can also ignore this part too. So we go around this little like bay area with the bridge we saw earlier on the other side. So we can go up here along like this like edge of the mountains, back round through this little like hollowed out bit here, down the cliff, past another little hollow bit, and we get back to the bridge. Another whistle. So on the bridge, I've set it up so that it slows down a little when you get onto the bridge. My reasoning behind this is that it might be like an old bridge, so you have to be more careful, and you get more time to look at the views, which are always nice. So as we're going back across, back over to the other side, it starts to pick up its pace again, now that we're off the bridge. And we'll go all the way back to where we started. There's the whistle, must be almost back. Back, ready to look at our next build. So, a lot of you have probably seen my Let's Play. I did one episode of it before realising how hard it was to actually play survival Minecraft. A lot of you liked my house, but thought it could do with some improvements, but Austin suggested I build that. My house, but with improvements. So, this is my house. I'll do a little like spin around it, so you can see like all of the little details I've added onto it on the outside, just to make it look better. Then, as we go in, you'll see we have some pretty basic stuff: music, crafting table, armor, storage, more storage, and some cooking stuff. Then upstairs, we have bed. I also threw my head in here, because why not? As well as a bunch more storage, and a balcony which looks at a cliff. I don't know why. I didn't really plan that when I was making the house. We'll go down here, so you may have noticed that we have another ladder in this corner. Let's take this to a little basement. We have brewing and stuff. I threw my head in here again. As well as an enchantment table. This is level 30, you can count, there's 15 here. Anvil, grindstone, and a smithing table at the back. Pretty much everything you'll need in a survival base. And now for the final thing, suggested by Caitlin, she wanted rockets. So over here I've built probably the biggest contraption I've ever built to produce rockets. Let's just power it a bit. Push the dies there. Have to go down here, turn that on. Give it a second to prime itself. Or for me to prime it, actually. Just put some torch on. And as you can see, tons of different variations of this. Move away so it's quieter. Tons of different variations of fireworks are going off. all created by the machine. That's why it's so big to choose like random fireworks. Now, that has been 10 builds suggested by you guys. Wow, that's really loud actually. Now we can't see it though. Here we go. So that's been 10 builds suggested by you guys. If you guys want me to do a part 3 to this series, then I'm going to need another 10 likes on this video, as well as, let me know anything you want me to build in part 3, comment it below. But for this episode, goodbye.